When I was in high school, which was like 3 years ago, for some odd reason, I hated other Asians. Not all Asians in general, but just Koreans. I loathed anyone in my ethnic background. Look at here. Look at this. Look at this. Look here. Look at this kid walking around chewing gum like he owns the place. Man, I hate those Koreans. Ugh. See, it was weird because if I hated Japanese people or Chinese people, I could have had an excuse because there was always a historical tension between those two countries, but I never hated any other Asian except my own country folks. And I say it's weird because I couldn't figure out why. You know, when you just hate a person, you have to come up with a reason, but this time it's not a person, it's a whole country and anyone that's in it. Like, do I hate them speaking in their native tongue? Do I think that's somehow offensive? No, my parents spoke in Korean all the time and I had no issue with it. Is it that they always hang around together and never let anyone else in the group? No, who cares? Everybody does it. Seriously, the only reason I could tell myself was that they're all smokers, but that ain't nothing but a lie. Like, no one smokes that much. Or maybe they do, who cares? It's their life. Then I figured it out. Yes, the true reason behind every lie. It was this. It's because I'm racist. But only towards my own country. No, wait, here, don't leave, hear me out. As a Korean, I watch Korean videos online, and sometimes I see a 14-year-old smoking and drinking. You know, older men yelling and screaming for no reason. I see the busy street of Busan and look at all the drunk people in the street. Then, as soon as I see one Korean that acts like that, I instantly verify my theory of all Koreans being exactly the same and terrible. I assume everyone in Korea is exactly the same because I can speak the language and look at some of their videos and understand what they're saying. That doesn't make any sense, but I do that. I'm pretty much looking at the Kardashians of Korea on television and assuming that everyone in Korea is like Kim Kardashian, which is unfair. And it sucks, but it's true, and it's the nature of how I think, and I think it's the nature of how a lot of us think. See, it's sad, because even though I know this, I still hate Koreans smoking. Like 10 times more than when I see a white man or a black man smoking. Like, Daniel, get it together! No one cares! No one cares! Maybe it's because I don't like it when people smoke. No, that's not true. I don't care if people smoke. Go ahead, smoke your way. I worked at a construction site, for heaven's sake. I didn't care if you freaking smoke. Go ahead, smoke your way to death. Wow, that sounded terrible. But what I'm trying to say is I don't care if people smoke. You know, it sucks. Yeah, you're wasting your life and it's a serious addiction and I hate it when people are addicted to things and it seems like they're trapped in it. But honestly, if I see some kid smoking and if he's white, that's a white problem. It doesn't apply to me. But if a Korean starts smoking, instantly it's my issue. Like, dude, why are you doing that? Dude, stop. I don't know. What if I am racist? Do you guys ever think about that? Do you guys ever think if you just are racist and, you know, you have to come up with excuses to be racist, but you just are? Too hard. Like, what if I'm racist to my own country? Really, think about it. Could you imagine one day waking up and realizing if you're Russian and you wake up one day and you just wake up and like, oh, Soviet Russia, I hate it. That's a terrible accent. Then I love me. I love myself and I'm Korean. So how does that work? Maybe it's because I actually really care about my nation. And anyone that acts poorly and makes the country look a little bit bad, I get really offended and seriously get upset. Maybe it's like when somebody has the same political view as you do, or maybe even religious view as you do, and they do something completely stupid that makes that whole view look bad. And you get extremely offended by that because you don't want your view to look bad. Maybe it's like a family doing something poorly and you don't want them to do something poorly, so you judge them harshly and you get mad at whatever they do wrong because you truly care about them. Nah, probably just hate Asians.